how I look at it, right? If you get new owners, for example, like you had what's his name, the guy that came in before, the guy that what's his name,
Ragnick.
Ragnick. They had Ragnick, and he actually told them to get Alvarez, and look where he is now. Do you know what I mean? How much is he worth? So if they're getting these new owners, they could get a new scouting system that go to Colombia, go to Peru, go to these places and find Alvarez. You know what I mean?
This is why I want
yeah.
Højlund though. I
I
understand.
was about to say that. It's the same thing.
I would like us to go and get Harry Kane or Victor Osimhen as well as Højlund, but in recent years, we should have got Alvarez. We should have got Haaland. We should have gone and got who's the other kid? Midfielder. Caicedo. There's all these players. You know, we don't sign him this summer for 45, 50 million, and he scores 25 goals next year. He's a 90 million pound player, and again, will be laughed at as a football club for not acting now. My concern is more that he's the main number 9 because he is.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean we shouldn't sign him and get that deal done and over the line.
But Terry, you have to. Yeah.
I think we can wait because I think Harry Kane's available up until the final day of the window, and I think so is Victor Osimhen. And I believe a takeover will be announced by this. So I think you get Mount and Onana and Højlund through now with the budget we've got. You wait for that takeover to be announced, and it feels like it's really close to a final decision being made. And then if that takeover happens, then you go out and you get that one massive signing of a Kane and Osimhen to sort of set their new.
Do you know what?
I think that's too much of a risk, though.
It's not. No, it's not. This is a thing. If they wait, this is exactly what we said last night. That Ten Hag can't afford to wait in hope that the takeover happens in time to go and get a Kane, right? But United are where they are. Yeah, Levy is doing business the way Levy is doing business, and so are Napoli, right? So right now, United probably can't afford to go and throw 120, 140 at a striker. But Ten Hag can't afford to go into another season without one. So go and get a younger one for like 60 million. And Terry's spot on that, because if these new owners come in, they will want to do some very quick business just to show their intent. And you don't want intent that actually longevity-wise doesn't work, whereas Kane does. That if they actually come in and on one of the last days of the transfer window, whack down 120 on Kane, that you've got 2 strikers there, one younger, one elder that can learn. I think that's spot on.
100%. That's.
We need a prolific striker. The problem is, say we go out today, right? Say we get all these players in for a combined total of 140 million. Are Man United better with Onana, Mount, and Højlund, or just Harry Kane?
Well, you've already gotten Mount. You're gonna get Onana.
Okay,
you can get Harry. You could still get Harry Kane. I think for Manchester United, it'd be a better decision to just splash 100 million on Harry Kane, who's a proven striker, than buy Højlund and pray to God that by the end of the window, the Saudis are going to come in and magically sign Harry Kane on the last day. I think it's too much of a risk.
You just whacked an extra 40 million on there. You just instantly whacked an extra 40 million, and God knows.
I think Dan is forgetting that our budget is not that good.
True,
our budget right now is that big.
We hear this every year.
That's what I'm saying. If you sign Højlund, it's going to be like 50 million. Their valuation was 80 million. So if they reject it and they say only 80 million, that's going to be 80 million, and then your owners are not going to want to spend any more on another striker.
But we're not spending 80 million on Højlund. That's the thing. We're trying to get him for around the fee that's being reported right now, which is 50.
Still,
which
50
is why
million.
this is why I'm okay with this deal, because as Daps and Terry already said, come late in the summer, if we do get the Qataris in on time and they either whack 100 million and get Kane, or somehow we get just another striker. Let's say we get in Kolo Muani as well. I'm okay with that rather than just like getting one man or not getting anyone at all. Like we have to have at least 2 strikers. I don't care if we end up getting a Kolo Muani or we get the Qataris in and then we end up getting Kane. Getting Højlund in early is the right thing to do for this price, regardless of what happens later in the summer.
Only if you
what are you doing with Martial?
Martial.
I don't know if Martial is still there. I forgot that he was still there.
No, I just feel like we're talking about all these strikers and we ain't mentioned them.
Listen, we talk about him.
Wait, what? Hold on, G. What are you doing? Hold on, G. What are you doing with Thiago?
So you were saying, by the way, carry on. You were saying.
Well, I think it's important. I think it's important that Kane is purchased this summer because he is in his prime. Another year where, let's be honest, the chances of Tottenham winning a trophy are going to be slim. He's then going to go into the year after at 31, 32. I think he needs a year to lead into it now. And if you were just to say and go out there and get Onana and Kane, I think that is a great window. You've got your midfield sorted. If I think my only issue would be, I think for most Man United fans, their issue would be what's the temperament of Casemiro? How many games can we afford to go without him? Because when he's fit and when he's good to play, you can see the complete difference. How much freedom Man United have to play, and with the likes of Mount coming in, you know, Bruno's still been doing bits as well. Like he's able to dictate the whole game. When he's missing, that's my concern. I think everyone knows Man United need a striker, but I do genuinely believe that.
Do you know why? I think, but we're linked now. It's really interesting because the same, Amrabat, exactly. The same Italian press that said we were getting Kim have been laughed at, but they're the same Italian press that have got the Onana deal spot on. They're now reporting about Amrabat. So I am kind of sitting every day waiting for the British press to kind of follow suit and also talk about it. But this is why I think, this is what I believe my manager's doing. He knows he's got probably about 200 million to spend, but he knows that, yes, you can bring in a Harry Kane to score 30 goals. But if that midfield isn't improved, if the goalkeeping area isn't improved significantly, you're still going to have holes. It's great, we'll score more goals, but you're still going to have holes in the midfield and the foundation of the team. So I think his view is very much, I'd rather a world-class goalie, a dramatic improvement on our midfield, and a very good striker, as opposed to just one world-class striker. City, for instance, are in a position where they can just sign a couple of world-class players. Arsenal are pretty much in that position as well, where as long as you're top filling and you bring in a couple of top-class players into your team, I think they've done that with a top-class potential in Timber and a potentially world-class player in Rice. Because they've already got a very good team. You can do that. There aren't so many holes. But Man United, we have still got so many leaks and so many problems spread about. I just think I get where you're coming from, Dan, and I'd love Harry Kane, but I believe as well, by the way, again, there's talks of, we then got to sell people. Maybe we raise 100 million through the sale of 2 or 3 players, and then we go for Kane. But I think we're smart to leave Kane for now. I believe the longer you push it, the more you'll pay for him. I think you've almost got to leave it till late. And the only way Harry Kane gets out of Tottenham is if he starts to push. And at the moment, he ain't even pushing yet. So we're better off staying completely away from it, telling the press to walk away, focus on other deals, and come back for it later. That's what I would personally do.
And Terry, just on Amrabat, I mean, look, 35 million, is that what? That
25.
I do not understand.
Pay the money.
I do not understand why more clubs are not after this man. I don't get it. In January, I honestly thought he could have helped solve some of Liverpool's issues in January, right? If you get him, he's for that price. I just don't get why people are not looking at Amrabat. When you look at the prices of some of these other 6-8s that people are looking at, I don't understand why no one. And look, I think if you get Amrabat for 25 million,
you know what it is? I think
in today's market, that's a bargain.
I think right now a lot of clubs are looking at the age profile of players as well, because even Paulinho. You know what I mean? I would have expected him to have a lot more.
I would have taken him.
Nah, 90 million, really? 90 million?
But that was...
That's where the issue comes, 90 million. That's where the issue
but even before that, like the big clubs weren't really linked to him. Do you know what I mean? And his age is more towards 30 now. So I think the age plays a factor as to why we're not hearing a lot more links.
But then for United, it's perfect.
But again, I like the mix. I like the idea of a few youngsters coming in and a few older players, because we don't have the luxury that certain other clubs in rebuilds have. We have to win whilst rebuilding. We're Manchester United. We don't get those excuses.
Look at him. He's gone off screen.